Hello friends, welcome to Gentleman Cadet Academy GCA. Hope you all are doing good and preparing well for your upcoming SSB. So today the video is regarding an important personal interview question, why you were not selected in previous attempts. So this video is for repeaters and this is a second video in the tricky interview question series. First video was regarding what are the negative qualities of your parents. So if you want to watch that video, the link is available in the I button. So in the first video also I mentioned that do not copy the answer, just take an idea from the sample answer and frame your answer accordingly. So in this video we will cover why this question is asked, then how to frame your answers, then a mini template, then 2 sample examples, and finally common mistakes to avoid and the tips. So again, without wasting any time, let us start. So starting with the video, let us first discuss why this question is asked. So the very first reason is to check your self-awareness. They want to know whether you can honestly introspect and identify your flaws, because officers are expected to constantly assess themselves and improve. And the second reason is to test your attitude towards failure. So the armed forces need candidates who do not crumble under pressure or setbacks. They want to see how you bounced back, not whether you failed. Then the third reason is to see if you have actually improved, because repeating the same mistakes in multiple attempts show lack of learning, and this question helps assess whether you have taken real action to grow. Then the final reason is to assess your motivation. If you still have the same drive despite setbacks, it shows genuine passion for the uniform. Now moving forward, let us now discuss how to frame your answers. So for framing your answers, keep 4 stages in mind. So the very first step is accept responsibility, that is what went wrong. So the purpose is it shows honesty and self-awareness, like what to say. So briefly mention the key reason why you feel you were not selected in the previous attempts. Do not over explain or give a list of excuses. For example, you can use lines like, looking back, I feel I was underprepared in dash dash dash. Then I realized I could not express myself well in GD or lecture 8. So for example, sir, in my last attempt, I realized I was not able to contribute confidently during group discussion and my psychological responses lacked depth. Then the second step is show reflection, that is what did you learn about yourself. So basically the purpose is it demonstrates your introspective ability, which is a sign of maturity and officer-like thinking. So what to say? Explain what that shortcoming taught you about your personality or mindset. So this proves that you do not just see mistakes, but you learn from them. And you can use lines like, that experience taught me the importance of, I understood that to be an effective officer, I need to be. It made me realize that improvement in XYZ also requires ABC. So for example, so this helped me understand that being knowledgeable is not enough, but the ability to communicate clearly and staying calm in group setting is equally important for a leader. Then the third step is demonstrate action, that is what did you do to improve. So the purpose is it shows growth mindset and discipline, that you didn't just reflect but took meaningful steps to improve. So what to say? So mention specific efforts you made, and this could be habits, activities, trainings, new roles, or mindset shifts. So you can use lines like, so I started doing, I joined a group where I consistently worked on, I took part in. So taking example, so to improve, I started participating in mock discussions at my college club, recorded my speaking sessions for feedback, and also worked on writing timed TAT and WAT responses every day to improve my psychological clarity. Then the final step is project readiness, that is why are you better now. So the purpose is it shows confidence and readiness for selection, but not overconfidence, but clarity and calm belief in your preparation. So what to say? So conclude by stating that you have improved and are more aligned with what SSB looks for. So express readiness without sounding arrogant. So you can use lines like, now I feel more confident and prepared to. With this growth, I believe I can contribute better during, and this journey has made me more aware, balanced, and officer-like. For example, now I feel much more confident about my communication and decision making. I understand myself better, and I'm here not just to perform, but to be evaluated genuinely as a potential officer. So putting all these together, there is a mini template which you can follow. So you can see the template in front of you. Sir, in my previous attempt at dash SSB, I realized that is step 1, mention key areas of weakness. Then that experience taught me step 2, mention personal lesson. Then to work on this, step 3, list specific actions taken to improve. And finally, today I feel that is the step 4, express readiness and confidence. Now let us move to the sample answer example. So again, please do not copy the answer, just take an idea from the answer. So starting with the first sample answer. Sir, in my last attempt, I realized that my performance in group discussions was below par because I spoke less and could not structure my points clearly. And this made me understand that effective communication and quick thinking are vital officer qualities. And to improve, I joined my college debate society, led weekly mock GDs, and recorded myself to correct my delivery. And I also began reading newspapers like The Hindu editorial, especially to widen my content base. And after 6 months of consistent effort, I now speak with confidence, organize my thoughts faster, and receive positive feedback from peers. And I believe these improvements will help me contribute strongly in the GTO tasks and PI this time. So this is the sample answer 1. Now let us move to the sample answer 2. So starting with the sample answer 2. Sir, I have appeared for SSB twice before, once at 17 SSB Bangalore and once at 1 AFSB Dehradun. And in both attempts, I was conference out. Initially, I was disappointed, but I made it a point to reflect deeply on what went wrong. And after speaking with few recommended candidates, or you can also say I took professional guidance and analyzing my own performance, I realized that while I was sincere and physically fit, I lacked clarity of thought during psychological tests, and I was slightly underconfident in the personal interview. And I also noticed that in the GTO task, I was more of an executor than a leader. So over the past few months, I made a structured plan to work on these areas. I started journaling regularly to improve my self-awareness, began mock interviews with mentors and friends, and focused on speaking clearly with logic and day-to-day conversations. And I also took up a small leadership role in my college. For example, you can give example of NCC, where I had to organize drills and coordinate with juniors, and this helped me become more proactive and vocal. And most importantly, I shifted my mindset from clearing SSB to becoming worthy of recommendation. And this approach helped me work on my personality, not just my performance. So today I feel far more confident, clear-minded and balanced, both as a candidate and as an individual ready for challenges of the armed forces. Now let us analyze what this answer shows. So this answer shows self-awareness, that is identifying areas of weakness, that is clarity and confidence. Then ownership, no blame, only self-reflection. Then the action orientation, that is you took actual steps, that is you started doing mock interviews, NCC leaderships, or journalizing your own journey. Then growth mindset, where that is shifted focus from selection to self-improvement. And finally, it shows consistency and motivation, that is you didn't give up despite 2 failures. Now let us talk about some common mistakes. So do not use words like I don't know sir, I think I did well, maybe the board wasn't convinced, or I got nervous sir, that's why I didn't clear, or giving textbook answers like I developed OLQs and improved my PIQ without any real examples. So if you tell your real journey with small but meaningful changes you have made, the board will see your maturity, learning attitude and potential to lead, which is exactly what they are looking for. Now moving to the final part of the video, that is the tips. So avoid using heavy military terms or bookish phrases like I have inculcated officer-like qualities unless you genuinely mean them and can explain. Speak the way you naturally would in a respectful conversation, which shows authenticity, clarity and emotional control, which are far more impressive than forced vocabulary. Because the interview is a conversation, not a speech, and your response should be concise, focused and to the point. So long, detailed stories may lose the interviewer's attention. Then support every claim with one real life example. So do not just say I improved my confidence. Show how. So did you take up anchoring in college events? Did you lead a project or started participating public speaking? Action reflects sincerity. So every improvement you mention should be backed by something measurable or visible, like a habit, training, activity or responsibility. Then practice aloud, not in your mind. So silent practice gives you false confidence. Say your answer out loud with a timer and rehearse it like you are speaking to an officer. Record yourself, notice your body language, eye contact and fluency. Then focus on how you have grown, not why you failed. The assessors are not judging your past, they are assessing your present mindset and future potential. Everyone makes mistakes, but not everyone reflects, learns and evolves. So your answer should convey that you are a better and more balanced version of yourself now. That is what makes you an officer like. So finally, speak with a calm smile and upright posture. Body language and tone matters as much as words. The IO will appreciate your honesty and preparation. So this is all about today's video. So one thing again, please do not copy the answer. Just take an idea from the answer and frame your answer accordingly. So more and more videos are coming. Stay tuned. And until then, keep learning, keep preparing, keep watching and keep supporting. Thank you and best of luck for your upcoming SSB. Jai Hind.